One of the things famous in Pusan is seafood and fish. It's a very small fish here. We are here in Kijang. Kijang is about 1 hour bus drive from Pusan, so it's very close to Pusan actually. And so Pusan has a Jagachi market, which is a big and modern, but Kijang has a local product, especially about fish and seafood things. So we are here to take a look at some of the fish and seafood. There's a lot of clams, and it's alive. See, it's breeding. Yeah, this one called bajirak, and bajirak and all these seafood are very good with the Korean 된장국. And see, look at this. This one is very small, but we make a jjajanguk with it, and jjajanguk is a quite excellent and cure for hangover. And it's a very special kind of oyster, and it's very expensive here in Korea. We make pottage, and kind of people have it as a raw. And this is a very big octopus, and you can see it's breeding here. Right. And you might wonder, yeah, she sell this octopus, and that is man won. It's a 10,000 won. That's what she said. And you might wonder what this black thing is. It's a kind of sea thing, and for a soup, but we can have it after boiling. Okay. Here we are at the fish stand, and you can see the first thing is here, the squid. Squid is a kind of very well known in Kijang and Haeundae and Pusan area, and he is arranging squid at the moment. And look at this fish. Maybe you wonder what this orange part is, and they said this is a liver of the fish. They open it to show it's fresh, and liver is one of the delicious parts in this fish. This fish is called 탱수. 아저씨 맞아요? 탱수.
생수 삼식이.
삼식이 또는 생수라고 얘기를 하네요. Yeah, this is called 생수 or 삼식이. And this is a blueback fish, especially preserved, so you can keep it longer period. Well, take a look over here. Am I doing? This is what we call napsemi. It's very wide. 아저씨 이거 napsemi 맞아요? Yeah, napsemi is good for jjigae. Jjigae is a kind of thick stew, Korean type. And this fish is yangtae. Yangtae is good for stew or fried. This big fish is, I like it because it has a very delicious meat. So, and the next one here is a blowfish. So you know about how poisonous blowfish is. It is very poisonous, but because of the, it's a cool taste of broth and soup. Koreans really like have a blowfish soup, and there are some famous blowfish soup place restaurants in Pusan and all over the nationwide. And 이거는 얼마죠? 세 마리에? 10,000원이요? Wow, it's expensive fish. It's a 3 for man won, 10,000 won. It's called the dolge. Dol is a rock. It's named because it usually can be found under the rock. 혹시 아침에 몇 시에 고기 하러 가세요? What time do you go to kind of market that you buy?
도매하는 사람 또 따로 있어요.
그래서 아침에 몇 시에 가세요?
3시.
Yeah. He goes to the big market to get fish and clams to, about 2 or 3 in the morning. So his day begins at 2 or 3. 그리고 여기 시장은 몇 시에 열리나요?
6시.
And he opens this store about 6 o'clock in the morning. And what time do you finish?
대중 없어요. 7시에 끝난 사람도 있고 8시에 끝난 사람도
7시, 8시 is 7 or 8 he finishes his work. And here we can see a variety of preserved seafood. And she's buying shrimp. This is preserved shrimp, and especially the north part of Korea, they're using shrimp preservation for kind of kimchi. So instead of Pusan and Kijang, it's the southern part of people using anchovy preservation for the kimchi. The north part of the people using this shrimp and crab preservation. Just here. That small amount is for 5,000 won, so it could be quite expensive. Right. And this is the way, one of the way people, Koreans, southern people enjoying the taste of crabs. And you can see over there, she's preparing making crab preservation, so she's washing it now, and she just leave it to dry. And there's a lot of another kinds of anchovy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, all different kind of anchovy preservation, and it is a garlic too, and some doenjang for doenjangguk. Very interesting thing here. It is called mungge, and mungge is a kind of seafood and sea animal. Try this one in any of the Western countries, so it'll be a good chance to try this. This is the meat of this mungge. And meat of the mungge, especially you can see the part, this one is the bottom part from mungge. So we chew it, Koreans chew it to keep mungge flavor longer in the mouth. Like a birthday, Koreans ask each other, did you have a seaweed soup? Seaweed soup is called in Korean miyeokguk. 미역국 먹었어요? And miyeokguk is a kind of special soup or broth for someone's birthday. It is thought to be that the Korean women have a seaweed soup and the rice after giving a birth. So because seaweed has lots of iodine and calcium in it, so it helps helpful to quick recover and metabolism. So maybe this is an idea why Koreans have a seaweed soup in the morning of a birthday is their mothers had the same soup when they were born. So here in the market, Kijang is a kind of very famous place for seaweed. So seaweed, this is, there are two kinds of seaweed. This is a dried one. So you can keep it for a long, long time, as long as you can. And there's another kind is a wet one. Wet one is right over there. And the wet one usually is much more saltier than dry one. So one of the interesting thing is when you cook this wet miyeok, the seaweed, you wash it with salt to eat its salty flavor. It's very interesting. And this wet seaweed is usually for making seaweed salad. And dry one we can use for seaweed salad and seaweed soup at the same time. Do not have seaweed soup on an exam day because the seaweed is slippery. Ooh. It's very slippery, so it gives an idea of failing an examination. So it's a kind of custom or tradition not to have a seaweed soup in the morning of exam day. And also, when you fail an examination, you also said, I had a seaweed soup today. 미역국 먹었어. That means a failed examination.